Power 106 Saturday night, loud, wavy charisma vision.
Yes, sir.
We got a very special guest in the building.
We do.
LA legend. Excuse me, Inglewood legend.
Ah,
you know what I'm saying, to
right.
be specific. 2eleven in the building,
211,
ladies
what's
and
the deal?
gentlemen.
We in here, man.
What's the
happening,
deal?
dog?
What's the deal, man?
Good.
A whole workload, man. That's on the agenda every day.
You've been in the game. You said 20 like a dub.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we
dub being 19 to be exact.
Okay.
You know?
Lots of music.
Yeah. I seen different waves come through the land. You know, I got a crazy catalog.
Absolutely.
So you know, it don't stop. So we just working and working.
Absolutely.
I don't think I could never stop. There's still checks to get.
We still here.
Mm-hmm.
Inglewood, California, man. Inglewood legend. How was it? Let's take it back. Growing up in Inglewood, how was that for you?
Growing up in Inglewood, it was just different. You know, we like as far west as you can get when it come to, like, you know, black and brown neighborhoods. You know, so yeah, just growing up, it was fun. You know, but it was like different levels to, like, growing up over there. It was, you know, outside. It's different from today. 'Cause, you know, growing up in the 90s and all that, it's like
different.
we was outside, like outside,
Yeah.
you know, on bikes at basketball courts, jumping fences and hopping roofs and all that. And, you know, it was just a neighborhood thing. Like, you know, everybody I grew up with, we from the same block, everyone went to the same schools, you know, so it was fun. And then, you know, later on in, you know, mid-teens and late 20s, it was just a fly era, you know. We was known for just the area just popping. We our own city, so we got our own clubs, we got our own swap meet, we got our own
food spots.
Everybody know everybody,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And we was just on a fly movement, you know. We was in the streets though, but you know the transition, that's like any other hood, you know, not just Inglewood, but growing up as a youth though, it was fun, you know.
That's amazing, bro. Like, how was it balancing, you know, your journey with music, and like where did the music journey start? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you come from, you know what I mean, it wasn't too pretty, you know what I'm saying? In Inglewood, not, you know, Inglewood a beautiful city, but you know what I mean as far as coming from the hood and shit. So yeah.
No, it was like I said before, I never was I had a love for music, but I never wanted to be an artist, you know. So I never put pen to pad till early 20s, you know. So I think the music happened by just having a love for music, and then the people I was running into, the opportunities I was falling in my lap. It was like in the early stages, it was like, hey, you rap, you know, because I'm this over here, you know, and we can do this and do that. I rap. Let's do it. You know, I didn't know how to rap, but I had to learn as I go.
Yeah.
Now, you know, that's with anything special. You know, you're gonna find your wave and ride it. You know what I'm saying? So with the music, I just learned how to hustle the music. I learned how to put the words together as clever and as cool as possible, you know, to make the consumer, you know, dig in and buy into, you know, 2eleven. So, and then it was just learning stages. I went through a beautiful struggle. Man, I didn't have more downs than ups, you know, but it was all part of the game, you know, the learning experience. So, you know, I feel like I caught on late, but I was catching up, you know, and I just had to stay just finessing.
And learning in the process.
Yeah, in the learning process too. So I feel like I'm in my prime right now. I feel like a new artist. You know what I'm saying? The music I'm dropping, my beat selections, the topics I'm picking, you know, the type of music. I remember before early stages, I used to chase a trend. Whatever is hot, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to chase that, trying to be a radio, trying to be on the radio and on TV and all that. And when I just said, you know, I'm going to just stick to what I really like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just like motivation music, storytelling, you know what I'm saying? Showing the struggle, showing the wins and the losses, you know what I'm saying? And just stunting, you know what I mean? That's easy right there. When I got to that and was like, I'm just going to focus on this, it just started, you know, turning into money.
We was talking about, bro, about you earlier, about the new album. Like, you got your own lane, you got your own wave. Yeah. It's like your whole little sound. And then with the new album right now, Profit and Loss, like what that mean? What that mean to you?
So it's a couple meanings. The way so like in the street way, you know, you know, when you're in the streets and you hustling, you know, it's profits. You gonna count the profits, but you know you're gonna take some losses. So you know that's all part of the game. It's just what kind of losses you gonna take and what's your risk. You know what I mean? So that translate to the streets, and then also doing legitimate business. What I've been on for the last 7 years. You know, I've been learning how to get grants and get my business credit up. You know, my taxes, getting that. You know, when you're in the streets, you're not really a citizen like that. So when you got a legitimate business, or you know, and you getting real money, you got to pay your taxes. People think you like the tax part. People think you getting whipped and they just getting the money. But in the American game, like how Trump and Bezos, whatever his name is, and the real millionaires, the billionaires, how they play ball is you got to pay the taxes, bite the bullet, but it's a lot of benefits from that. You know what I'm saying? From just being doing legitimate business. So I had dropped a project before called Proof of Concept. You know, to get real money, you got to have a proof of concept, you know. You got to have, after you start doing your business, you got to have a profit and loss statement, you know what I'm saying, to show how much money you made, how much money you didn't make, you know what I'm saying, and then you see your return on investment afterwards. So it's like when you read between the lines, I'm really giving it out there on the business aspect.
That's
but
free game if you know.
So everything always translates to the streets. If you're an entrepreneur and you was like selling drugs or you was doing whatever and you was successful, then you can run a Fortune 500 business. It's the same hustle, different product. It's just what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I've been an entrepreneur in the streets my whole career, with a record deal, without a record deal. You know, I was on tours and still hustling. Operations around America. I was, you know, it sound big, but I was doing my thing, you know, and I just translated that to, you know, I'm like, one day I just felt like, man, I'm too old to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do it. I can't do jail now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So let me just transition all the way to this, and it's been profitable. You know what I'm saying? The whole way. Like I like even like the rap though, I had to learn as I go. You know, so I've been learning, and it's been real beneficial. So just back to the topic. Is, you know what I'm saying, the profit and loss. That's out right now. You know what I'm saying? Go stream that. But it's all a story behind it. You know what I'm saying? It's just how you want to translate it. You feel me?
No, I hear you. No, it's fire. I listening to it the whole day, the whole ride up here.
Oh, good looking.
To top to the end. It's
that's
clean.
Major. You know
it's
what I'm
clean.
saying?
And it has to feel like great to go through all that, be learning your experience, and then, you know, you see that shit come to the light. Because I was telling him, you know, you got the business, several businesses, but one specifically, if y'all don't know, the Level Up store, you know what I'm saying? And to learn all those business aspects, to be able to have a store open in your own community, like, how does that feel? You learned all that shit?
I love it. I'm on my 7th year in July.
Wow, that's fire.
And like I said, I just had to, like, luckily God blessed me with another opportunity, and I just took advantage of the opportunity and did the work. You know, a lot of people would have folded because it wasn't popping the first 2 years, you know, and then pandemic hit. And then, you know, just being a hustler, I adapted to what was going on so I could reap the benefits. Oh, they closing the malls. Y'all can't go nowhere. You know, people coming out here having parties. So I had Airbnbs also. I had Airbnbs. Shit. I had Turo cars. And then I had the store also all at one time. You know what I'm saying? The store just skyrocketed because they shut the malls down. So when they shut the malls down, they really didn't shut the shipping down. So I just went crazy with the promo. Nigga, the mall's closed. You pull up.
And nobody had the drip. Nobody had the drip.
You know, that's when Airbnb parties is popping too. So I got the Airbnb. I got them coming to get dressed with me to go rent out an Airbnb, one of my Airbnbs, and go party at the Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? So we had to take advantage of the times, and it was just adapt. That's just like if it's a drought in the streets and you got some. You feel me? You pulling up like opening up shop. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same rules apply. You know what I'm saying?
You just took it and just put it into the bud.
Gotta take advantage. A lot of people fold. You know what I'm saying? Or get like how can you like just turn down off of everything and
any type of negative come their way.
Yeah, and they like I ain't gonna do it no more. I did that. Discouraged. That's the word I was looking for. A lot of people get discouraged. I got discouraged with the Airbnbs. They kicked me out of all 3 of them for the parties. They was having parties. And I'm like, damn, I invested a lot, but I made a lot, but I didn't want to invest back into that, which I could have been profitable, but yeah, it was just, I
you
can't
gotta
take
keep
no
going.
losses.
Yeah, you can't give up. You gotta keep going.
To this, so Profit and Loss, when you was working on this album, I know you got like some features on there.
Yeah.
Were those like chosen specifically, like you needed them on this one, or was there a reason why it wasn't too many more? Like,
nah, it's like, so I get to the point where I'm like, man, I rock with my people, my peers, and my peers is popping. You know what I'm saying? I got G Perico on there. I'm with me and bro together every day. You don't see him without seeing me.
Yeah.
You know, I got J Rock on there. You know, we got history. You know what I'm saying? TDE from day one.
Thanks.
So all the features is really my peers, and I really don't go out the box and be waiting on features. I had a couple in mind that I'm like, you know, but I'm not on nobody else's time. I'm on my time. So if you're gonna do a song, like, let's knock it out.
Yeah.
If I give you 3 weeks, like, man, after that, I can't wait, bro. I still got a whole nother project I'm finna come out with after this. You know what I'm saying?
When you did those features, obviously with G, I know you be with G all the time. But like with Rock, were you guys in the studio together when y'all made that, or was
I actually recorded that at Python spot. Shout out Python, and my boy Player Hayes sent me a pack of beats, and I was just feeling the power right there on the spot. I did that verse, and then you be in the studio listening to it 20 times, and then I just threw it on the Instagram story, and Rock nigga, that's hard.
That's fire.
You know, my reply, jump on this.
Come on, let's
send this right now.
Yeah.
He like, send it.
Damn,
and then I'm like, man, he ain't gonna do the verse. They got it's popping, it's too popping over there. He FaceTimed me one day in the studio, and I'm like, he like, I'm finna do the song now, but it sound better if I just rap it to you. So I remember I was on the way to Casa de Mera, and the Beamer coming down Sunset, he on the FaceTime going through the speakers, and he busts his whole verse out there and crashed. I'm like, sitting that right now.
We got
one.
Okay.
That's fire.
He cold.
That's
He
dope.
still
That's
got it.
That's dope.
Okay, how was okay, so I ain't gonna lie. So mine's is the She Ready with Perico.
Yeah.
I fuck with that one heavy.
Yeah.
How did you the horns on there is nuts.
Yeah, that was
the production
crazy. It was
is
a different
crazy. Yeah,
sound.
man.
Even with bro, it's like I'll be trying to get him on the different beats like that, like, you know, where you could really hear him, rather the repetitive boom, and you really just so in the beat, you don't really hear what he's saying. He be talking that, he
Talking
be
shit.
Yeah, he do.
talking shit.
He
so,
do.
So I actually got the song like that though. Like that's why he first on the song. I was in the studio with Polly Rob, and he was playing me beats. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to local astronauts. I'm in there and they playing beats. He like, oh, your boy jumped on this the other night and he played it. Oh, give me that. Let me put my verse on there.
Yeah.
You know, and
That's fire.
we mixed and mastered, and that was it.
That's fire. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk. I just because I just want to hear. I just got to hear like the behind the scenes of the joints. Because I was telling bro, like I was really listening.
Like I told
This shit
you.
was hard. So the one with Low the Gray, I fuck with that one.
Oh yeah, Low. And then they not used to me rapping on that lately.
I wasn't.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting.
I am, but it's
It
been
came
a
out of
minute.
nowhere.
No, yeah,
It's been
definitely.
a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute
I
for
have
sure.
had to figure it out. Like I can't be sounding like you know what I'm saying. And my young homies, and I gotta have some type of substance.
Yeah.
So when Low sent me the beat pack, he really tapped in and was like, "Hey, bro, I got beats, like I got samples and loops." I'm like, "Yeah, you do those?"
Hell
He
yeah.
sent me some of those, and I recorded that for some stuff for Doughboy, and then he sent me another beat pack, and I was like, "Ooh, this is crazy." He sent me like 5
You got
joints,
some
but that
variety.
was the one. I did it, and I sent it to you.
Yup.
I did it like 2 nights before we went to Sam.
And that's when you was like, oh,
yeah,
she
I'm like, oh,
yeah,
matter of fact, I got something
and
for
I
you.
told you, I was like,
I didn't even
nah.
know you was finna play it. I'm
Come
like,
on.
just listen to that in the car or something
Nah.
like that.
Yeah, he threw it
I'm
in
in
the
there.
club.
Because what I did was, he sent it to me, not to cut you off, but he sent it to me, and you know how we are as these. I was like, and all I needed to hear was the first 2 lines he said in the beat. I'm like, oh shit, boom, 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 airdrop.
Hey, played it. I'm
Boom.
so caught off guard. I'm in there popping at a
Yeah.
joint, and I'm like, oh, bitch, yeah, that's
It was
me
just
right
playing.
there.
It was and it mixed well with everything we was
And
already
he
going.
played it
Shit,
like
babe.
2-3
Yeah,
times
we
though.
kept
Too.
on
I'm like,
God.
oh, we in here.
Oh,
Give
God.
me some ones. Give me some
Yeah.
ones real quick.
It
Nah,
came
that-
out of nowhere because I'm listening. All of a sudden, it
Yeah.
go boom, boom. I said, "Wait, hold on, this
Yeah.
this is different. This on me. That shit was
yeah.
hard. I fuck with it. Okay, all right. And the other one I fuck with is No Love.
Yeah, No Love. That was the last. That was Mike Summers and me and Q. We was in Atlanta. I wasn't even supposed to go on the album.
Yeah.
I did that like maybe like 2 weeks. A week before mixing.
Damn.
And I'm like, oh, this gotta go in there. and I was at Mean Street Studios, and he pulled it up. I'm like, I'm finna run through this. That's the last song. I was gonna save it for the next project, but I'm like, nah, it kind of just blended in perfect, you know.
So did it mess up any type of the track list? How y'all was trying to organize?
I just swapped it out for another song. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm throwing that on the next project.
Okay,
I just felt like I you know how when you be in the studio, it's like some artists be in the studio and do a song and be like, this is a hit record right now.
Yeah.
And then you like listen to it more, after I kept listening to it, I'm like, nah, this a joint. This gotta go.
Yeah. Nah,
It's
definitely.
clean. I fuck with that one heavy.
Shout out to Mike Summers. I actually was in the car riding on the 110 one night, late night. And I'm like, man, I'm tired of rap music. I just start throwing some oldies on, and I heard that Rolls Royce on there. I'm like, oh, this cold. I had it on repeat all the way from the Valley,
Crazy.
you know, and the Torrance.
You feel like you could just talk your shit.
Yeah, nah, and I sent it to the producer. I'm like, see what you could do with that. Like, let's do something like the other song to this.
That's
and
fire.
he sent it back. I'm like, oh. I flew out to Atlanta, and we got in the studio. I did it immediately.
That shit is crazy.
So I was wondering, like, if you had any hand with the production on how each
Yeah, a
beat
lot of the production, I'm kind of orchestrated, like, you know, like, man, let me get this like this. That's why I don't mess with people I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't deal with a lot of producers that I can't be like, hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
Woo.
And really be tapping
you know what I'm
in.
saying?
Yeah.
So I'll be like, nah, because you never know. They'll feel some type of way and take your shit down. And, I did the horns, and I ain't got a credit. Like, so I'm like, I'm strictly Python, Mike Summers, Low the Great, Player Hayes, you know,
all dope
a couple
ass
other my
producers,
guys.
too. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I deal with just on the personal. It's like,
Yeah.
come to the studio, let's make it.
And
You know what I mean?
it's
I like
gonna
that,
go
but
on.
I like when Low send beats. He'll send a pack.
Yeah.
Who else just sent me some with some bangers on there? Ron, the producer.
Mhm.
He sent me some
Ron.
joints.
Shout
I
out
was
Ron.
like, oh, but he ain't sent me like a Greedo sounding shit. Like he sent. So
Yo,
now,
shit
too,
how
yeah.
you say that different lane is beat selection is producers that I think is just in one lane, and they like, hey, I do that shit that y'all be doing. I'm like, yeah, send it.
Yeah.
Sending like with Low, he got at me just like that. Like I do that other shit too, and he's sending me loops. He like, man, so I'm like, I like rapping the drumless shit, and if y'all want to put the drums like on there afterwards, that's cool, but I could rap to no drums, just a loop, or just, you know, send a melody. And I could write to that, and then most of the time when I'm done with it, they'll probably put they cuts and, you know what I'm saying, in the beat, and they won't put no drums on there because it already sound hard like that. So some of my favorite beats just drumless, because you could hear me, you know what I'm saying, fluently, and it ain't nothing to turn up to. Like, I'm not tripping about being no turn up artist. Man, you could ride and stream my shit.
Facts.
We all gonna get the same money. You feel me?
No, it's fire with no drums. I can hear that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because it's a completely different type of vibe.
Yeah,
especially when you speaking and telling them stories and really get a person mind.
And then with that, you could flip flop the subjects. Depending on, you know, what route you going with. I like to flip flop subjects. So sometimes I won't do no hook. I go in 30 bars, and it'll be 3 different subjects or situations. Like, I have not yet to just do a whole song of the same story, because my mind just be so it'd be 8 bars of a story, back and forth, and then I'll flip to something else. But when you on loops and samples and, you know what I'm saying, boom bap, you can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you punch in or do you write?
I don't like to punch in, but if I have to, I will. If I punch in, I'll probably do like 1 punch. So y'all right though.
As an artist, because I know, like, I mean, you've been in the game, you've been around legends, you've been around greats, you've been around everything that this game has to offer, I feel like. And is it difficult to see how some of these cats record now or even create? Because like you said, you be like, yo, cut the drums, do this, let me do this. Do you feel like it's frustrating? Like,
I do feel like some niggas be cheating, but
yeah, like, is it a cheat code? Like, I don't really...
But it really ain't, man. Long as it get down on there, record it to where it sound like, you know, you can listen to it. However you do it, you know, like what they say, it's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. You know what I'm saying? So however you do it, I had a homie, my homie Half Ounce. I'll watch this nigga go in there and punch a bar. So he'll do 16 punches. and 8 more punches and another 16 punches, and then nigga tell me, hey, can you record me? Nigga, that's out, bro.
Yeah, that's
I'm finna do none of that. I got half on your engineer. We finna do that.
Right.
Nah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's gonna take some
me?
time.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So, I didn't seen, like with me, I have to write, bro. My phone be blowing up. I got 80, what's that shit, ADHD. Yeah, so it's like my mind be going other places.
Yeah.
I can't go in the studio and just with no pen and pad, or I can't go off my head. It gotta be written down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or typed in or something.
I personally
like that.
think that's better for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's better because I feel like your thoughts and your ideas. It's just
can't
like
lose
anything
them.
else. It's like
Yeah.
a goal. You write that shit
Yeah.
down, so it's like you
I mean-
see it, and even if it's not something that you use, you know what I'm saying, you still have like,
You still got it.
you know?
I'll be on the freeway and I just say something, boom, boom. Oh, I got you.
Because what if you forget it?
Yeah, and I will forget it too.
I like you might forget a bar or something. And I just be
Yeah.
like, and then some rappers, fuck it, I just wasn't meant to put down.
Yeah, whatever they on the spot. Yeah, I
yeah.
can't really do that. But I like I might have different, but I gotta put it down though, because sometimes when I write it, I might go in the booth and it'll sound totally different than what I had in my head, but it flowed on the beat while I was in there. We're gonna keep that.
Man, we appreciate you coming through, big
For
dog.
sure, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all
Come
for
on.
the invite. You know
Come
what I'm
on.
saying?
You
It's
always
low-key
welcome.
major for me. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's,
Yeah,
it's
man.
long overdue, but you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You got your boys in here, you know,
Yeah,
Charisma,
yeah.
everybody, you know, more than welcome.
Yeah,
That's what's
man.
up, man.
Always.
And congrats on the album, bro.
Hell
It's,
yeah.
it's
bro.
definitely
Appreciate
fire.
it, man.
It's
Yeah.
definitely
Sure.
fire.
And we're gonna have to, we're gonna have to pull up to the Level Up store, get some
Oh, you
drip.
got
I know
to,
he
for
been on my
sure.
head,
Sure,
so
you
we
tell
gotta.
me.
I got
tell
on
me.
wavy.
We gotta-
head,
he
though,
got-
I'm saying.
got on my
Like,
head,
where you get
man.
that from? I got that. On everybody.
Shout out
Where
the
you get
Level
that
Up
from?
store, man. We gotta
Yeah.
pull up for
Yeah, I know.
sure.
I'ma
Pull up to
up.
the Level Up store, man. 1409 Sentinel Avenue, Inglewood, California. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
man. Power 106, baby.